Alright, so I did ask whether you guys wanted to see it or not, and I hate to say I don't care, but I had an idea, so as a result, if you didn't want to see it, tough shit, because this idea basically allows me to merge this with the post stuff I should have tried to do 6 years ago with Coliseum and Fire Red. So, this isn't like a Pokemon Stadium LP. This is, I'm going to call it an extension of Silver, but it's going to have its own playlist. So what I want to do, we're not going to show off all the modes or anything, we just did PokeCup as a little demo. The main attraction is going to be Gym Leader Castle. Now, I have done like 2 bits. Currently, that's Bugsy, Faulkner, but you see how this is just 2 fights and this is 3 fights, so it can vary. I went ahead and I got everybody up to level 100. And apparently some of them have items. Didn't we register a team or something like that? Yeah, we did that when they were 50 for whatever reason. That's not gonna... Is there a way I can just delete that? I think I gotta go to registration. Alright, but here's the second part of this. It's not currently plugged in now, but I have 2 other planned options just in case the Silver team doesn't work. What I did was I decided to take my copy of Red and get all of the Red team up to level 100 as well. And if that fails, then I'm going to do my cop-out answer, which is what I call the Team Unbeatable. That's what I used as a kid. So basically we're going to pretend that Pokemon are real and we have a live Pokedex kind of thing. So all of the stuff from Fire Red and Silver are at our disposal that we can use for this, because it's there. Now, granted, there's going to be some different movesets for the Fire Red guys because it, a little bit changed. And I also plan on implementing this into Coliseum too. Team Unbeatable, the only real difference is Moltres, Zapdos. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. Pretty much the only ones that are a part of the team are just Gyarados and Nidoking. The rest are all different guys. I mean, Jinx I don't have a problem with. But the idea is I'm thinking on mixing and matching and blending all of these options if absolutely necessary. But for the start of it, we're going to see how far we can get with just these guys. Now, you had... Yeah, because you had Mint. I tried to remember who had one. You had Leftovers. And then... Electric. You just had a regular berry. It's a shame, because if I could give him like something better, I would. You're the ground. You had something. I think you were Confusion. Remember that. You had the Miracle Seed. And then you had Paralysis, because you're more likely to get paralyzed than frozen. Register. But basically, we're going to try and see how far we can get with this. Now, my brother was pointing out, why not do Stadium 1 as well? The reason I'm not going to do Stadium 1 is because Gym Leader Castle acts the same way as Stadium 1. So after we clear all these guys, we get to clear out the Gym Leaders from Gen 1 as well. So for that reason, I don't really think it's necessary to do so. Once we've done this, we've basically done Stadium 1 as well. So there you go. Now, as far as how, you had Ice Punch. Yeah, Ice Punch, Thunder. That's a little bit more reliable. And you had Rock Slide, which is good. That's my team. How episodes are going to break down, I don't know. Just because all the trainers seem to have like a random varied number of what all can happen. So as a result, this might be 2 gyms, the next might be 3 gyms, one might just be 1 gym. I don't know how it's going to work out. As for in Stadium 1, it was always 4 gyms. Like, if I do Stadium 1, I would stream it. That's pretty much all there is to it in that case. But that's currently what I had in mind. Was I thought about it, I was like, I can also take this opportunity to try and do that. And for Coliseum, I'm going to try and do a little bit more than what I had promised back then as well. Because I only just talked about, doing a demo, but because we've got the Silver team, I can basically have the Silver team all at level 50 and then show off more stadium modes opposed to just 1. But the main goal is still trying to be to get Ho-Oh unlocked as well, so we can show off that too. But yeah, we're gonna try and combine all of these little stadium stuff together, so this way I can show it off, because I think it'd be a cool, fun idea. It was really just the idea that spurred whether or not I get to do this. It wasn't, I mean, I know it sounded disrespectful. I mean, the primary reason I do this stuff is for me, and anyone who's along for the ride is along for the ride. That's just kind of the way it is, always has been. As far as why I'm using, I mean, I don't know, I just trying to rely a little bit more on the accuracy of Slow Bro's Ice Punch opposed to Gygus' Thunder. Now, you'll also notice that I turned on the narration. I'm not sure whether or not I want to keep it, because now that I turned it on because I was thinking to myself it would add to the game. But now I'm thinking to myself, it's probably clashing with my commentary, and there's probably too many voices going on, so maybe I should turn it off. See, because like he's saying stuff at the same time I am. So I think I should probably turn it off now. And the reason I had it off was mostly because, you know, when you do the little feigning videos, you don't want the commentary going off as, you know, they feign, because then it just sounds and looks weird. You care about the feigning, you don't care about what Homeboy said. I believe the narrator is actually supposed to be James from the anime, which is kind of cool. I've been confused for like 5 turns now. It's a good thing this gym is only 2 fights, though.
And there goes the battle.
I swear, he sounds so much more energetic in the first one than the second one, though. It's crazy. Like, he's like, whoa! And this one, he's like, whoa! It's kind of weird. I don't know what they did to him. It's like they broke his spirit. Oh, and in this one, perfect can, like, getting a perfect doesn't make any difference. It just sucks dick to be you. You don't get a perfect for doing good or anything like that. We'll try Gygus this time. Same setup, because it's basically the same shit. Lita's not going to be doing much. We're going to try and get Hop-Tart to do something. At some point, it'll be useful. Hot Shot's not going to help. Yeah. Hop-Tart will have its day. I know it hasn't yet, but it will. Oh, also, in regarding to Coliseum, Gygus will be a Gengar. Because, I mean, originally it was supposed to be a Gengar anyway, but like, during the XD stuff and all that, when we had Chozard and it had Earthquake, it's basically the same team, but a little bit perfected. Made a little bit better. That really hurt. Because... what am I trying to say? I mean, ideally I didn't want a Haunter. I wanted to see, like, fucking... I wanted to have a Gengar, I just did it to myself like an idiot. But even then, it still would have complicated... well, no, not entirely. Sort of. I don't know, I was thinking about complications with leveling it, but I mean, I got it leveled. I also learned that apparently, I learned this when it was too late and Gygus was the only one I had left to grind out, that apparently I can actually push the Pokemon's levels up to at least level 255 to make grinding even easier on myself. Kinda wish I knew that before, because what did I use? Originally, I think it was like a level 152 or something like that. Delibird was giving me about 5,000 experience. Level 255, it gave me 6666. What I basically used to grind was Blissey, who would give me like 55. So if I had it at level 255, it probably could have given me like 7,000, which would have, you know, made it a little bit faster here. It's just kind of a shame I learned that too late, because the code was saying, like, you know, the last 2 digits is the value. So originally I put 99 as in make them level 99, but that's not what it meant. So then I learned I could just put FF, and son of a bitch, that capped it out. There's like maybe 3 people who might understand what that means. I would love to at some point play a video game.
Oh, what's this? Strike, that's a hit. Oh, knockout.
Like, I kind of want to switch right now. Like, it's in, see, that's, ugh. I hate the accuracy of certain moves. And you know what? Switching actually is not the worst idea, just because Noctowl is kind of known for, like, psychic and stuff. Like, Confusion can have psychic, Hypnosis, that kind of stuff is what I mean. Also, I do think the timing is a little bit funny, because you know how, like, see, there you go, Confusion. Like, I crack jokes about, like, how I'll do something, and then, like, it happens to be corresponding with something relevant in gaming today. Like how, totally didn't know, wasn't planned, Fractured But Whole came out around the time I did my Stick of Truth LP. What else happened? Resident Evil 7, around Code Veronica. I just can't catch a break with anything. But the point I'm trying to get is, I think it's kind of funny that, you know, had this been recorded later, afterwards, I could have included it in the LP, that, he's really using the shit out of Mudslap. The Gen 2 beta eventually came to life, so we found out a lot of new stuff about Pokemon, like Noctowl's original design and stuff like that. Which honestly I think was really, really cool looking. I like the way it looked. I think everyone pretty much likes the way it looked. I'm about to just see about Surf. Like, Noctowl is generally pretty bulky to begin with, but all this Mudslap shit isn't helping, like, at all. Yeah, see, it's doing something. The problem here is that, like, he's not even, like, killing me either. And remember, I don't remember when the fuck it was I did it, but at some point I did beef up all of my guys, so their EVs are completely maxed out. Because that's the only way you could even successfully go through this game, is to basically just cheat. Like, the stadium games are infamous for their insane difficulty, even more so if you don't have a game to play with, like Gold, Silver, Red, Blue. So, yeah, like, with rentals only, it's even harder, but it's still pretty bullshit even with them. Even with the ability to customize whatever you have. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and do this while you're busy flying. Give you something to fly into. Here's a joke. When me and my brother would play Yu-Gi-Oh!, he had a card called Sonic Bird, and I would frequently like to use my Labyrinth Wall. But the difference was we didn't play the game the way it was supposed to be played. We kind of modified the rules a little bit. So, like, certain 5-star monsters that were kind of bullshit, like, I think Saber Slasher was one where it was like 1450 and then 1500, so it's like it has no business being a 5-star. There's no point contributing shit to summon it. It's dumb. Or Morphin, I think, was another one. So we didn't tribute for 5 stars, and Labyrinth Wall was a 5-star. So as a result, I could just set Labyrinth Wall without tributing a damn thing. And he used to reenact the card Sonic Bird flying, and then it crashed into the Labyrinth Wall, and we always used to make that joke. And that's what Pidgeot crashing into Sudowoodo made me think of. Now, normally what's supposed to happen is it'll be like, you unlock the key to the next gym, which is Bugsy. But I guess, I don't even remember ever doing Faulkner, but apparently I did. I am going to go turn off the narration real quick so it doesn't clash with my commentary.